So now you're in a position in these roles to work with stakeholders that are probably you guys are going to be working with stakeholders that are mid to senior level managers. You are no longer in these roles working with hourly, well, they may be hourly, but no longer working with individual contributor roles. So because you're working, the caliber of people that you're working with are going to be mid to senior level managers, you really need to change your behavior and adapt these traits. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Please, could you say that again, please?
So when you're working with your stakeholders, the projects that you guys will work with or on are probably millions of dollars, right? The projects that you will work on are for bigger companies. Smaller mom and pop shops cannot afford to hire business analysts or scrum masters. So the companies that you will work on or work for are huge companies, right? And when they're working on these projects are super expensive. So the stakeholders that you will work with are folks that know their area of expertise or their department. And therefore, generally, the stakeholders that you work with are the best in their department to be able to provide requirements and feedback, right? And to be able to test what you're working on. And therefore, oftentimes are mid to senior level managers or like rock stars in the department. And so you're working with people that excel in their careers. And this is why these interpersonal traits will make sure that you are successful. You are no longer in these positions working with lower level people. You're working with cream of the crop. And this is why you need to behave in this way. Does that make sense? Babs, does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Yeah. And again, more examples: apologize, just step up and make the apologies you need to make to keep things moving. When you make an apology, say, I'm sorry, I'll do better, and then shut up. Don't try to justify it. Like oftentimes, how often do you hear, I'm sorry, I'll do better, and it happened because of such and such and such and such and such, right? Like we do that in our personal lives, right? Like we try to defend whatever, action we did. But in the work environment, nobody cares. Just move on with it. When you listen to someone, you make them feel like they're the only person in the room, devote your attention to them, right? You can't change for the long run without following up. Follow-up shows your colleagues that you care about getting better and that you're taking the process seriously. And just say thank you to more comments rather than making a bigger fuss about things. So just some examples, you guys. And as I said, these interpersonal soft skills will make and break you. You are not working with lower level team members anymore. And because you're working with people that excel in their careers and in what they do, you need to step up and meet them where they are. Does that make sense? Does that scare anybody? All of these things?
No, it's quite essential. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Sarah G, I like the way that you are like presenting the expectation, because from my experience, it's exactly like 100% from slide 111 to 115, how all of us are going to be expected to like embody all of those slides. It's like spot on.
You have to do it if you want to survive. A lot of newer people shy away and try not to talk to people or connect with people or whatever the case may be. The more relationships you build, the more vocal you are, the more attentive you are, the more responsible you are, the better you will do. Because that's what they want. And as I said, you don't always have to know everything. You don't need to be a know-it-all. you need to be the one to ask the right questions. You need to be the one that follows up. You need to be the one to do the work. You need to be the one that's dependable. And like I said, I've been in my role for so many years. This is the first time I'm working on a call center project. I've never even worked in, well, I lie. My first job out of college was at a help desk where I was answering calls, right? But it was a small help desk. There was no like, this was like 15, 20 years ago. But the project that I'm managing that's going live on Wednesday is my first call center project. And the team members that I work with have been in the call center environment for 10 plus years, all of them. Do I know the call center environment? Heck no. Did I think call center environments were even IT projects? I didn't. I was like, whatever, like it's not even IT. But I am leading that project super successfully because I am the person that my stakeholders can come to and say, what the heck, Sarjeet? Why is this not working this way? And my technical leads can come to me and say, hey, we need more clarification on this. Can you help us out? Everybody that I'm working with in this department or on this project has way more call center experience than I do. I don't need call center experience. I need to know how to do my job, and I do that extremely well.